Hi all, welcome to Diversified Finance. My name is Lakal. Let's have a quick look at Bitcoin price action and also Ethereum and Bitcoin dominance. So as you can see, this is the Bitcoin daily chart. So it's been consolidating in between these two lines. So normally we call this a bear flag. So we have seen similar bear flag somewhere up here, somewhere over here. So this is another sort of a bear flag. And it normally bear flags tend to break towards downside, and that's what happened right here. So we can similarly expect Bitcoin to come down maybe to low 20s to retest, but still we are not too sure. Like, I can't say exactly it's going to happen. Normally if you're not too sure what's going to happen, we can look at the RSI, right? So relative strength index. So if you look at the RSI, this blue line is the RSI. It's kind of like somewhere near 50. So it's not in oversold territory or even in overbought territory. So it's hard to say whether this is going to go higher or lower. But if you look at the Bitcoin dominance, right? Let's see, let's go to BTCD. It's quite interesting because Bitcoin dominance has come down a lot. As you can see here, it has gone down from about 48% down to about 40%, right? And even if you look at the RSI for Bitcoin dominance, it's oversold. So this is the RSI. RSI is oversold. As you can see here, it's somewhere near oversold levels, meaning we could expect a volatile move for Bitcoin, right? But the problem is it could be either towards upside or towards downside. We are not too sure about that, right? So normally what happens, like Bitcoin dominance is, this is like the Bitcoin dominance against all the altcoins, including Ethereum. So given that Ethereum and altcoins kind of like pumped, Ethereum pumped a lot, like Ethereum gone up from 800 to 1700. It just gone up by like 100%. So given that Ethereum and I've seen, like, we've seen few altcoins like pop here and there. So if that, because of that, we can that's why the Bitcoin dominance is so low at the moment, right? So right now we could expect like a volatile move towards upside or downside. We're not too sure, because when Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin pumped to like 26,000 from here, like, $2,000 or $3,000 pump. If that happens, all coins, Ethereum and all the old coins will probably go down in value compared to Bitcoin price, right? So that's what normally happens. So when that happens, the Bitcoin dominance goes up. Or either way, or the other scenario is Bitcoin could drop back down to 20K, right? If that happens, all coins will go down a lot harder compared to Bitcoin price, right? So regardless, either way, Bitcoin dominance is going to go higher. So it's hard to say, like, we can expect, it's like we are very close to see a volatile move towards upside or downside. We are not too sure. But if you are planning to accumulate Bitcoin for long term, let's say for the next 2 to 3 years, right? We can DCA. We can DCA right now. If it drops to 22, 21, we can still DCA. Just like that, whenever you can, we can DCA for long term. We can DCA buy. So that's Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action. Let's look at the Ethereum. So actually, I was fully focused on accumulating Bitcoin. I did not accumulate Bitcoin somewhere near 800 or so. So it has gone up so much, up to like 1700. Right now, I'm not gonna touch it because it's kind of too gone up too high from the lows. If you look at from the lows uh, of 850, it's gone up about like 100%, right? So now RSI for Ethereum kind of like staying high at the moment, right? Somewhere near 60. I mean, it's not too high, it's not overbought, but it's higher compared to Bitcoin RSI. Bitcoin RSI. So, and plus, let's not forget, Ethereum is in a massive bear flag. So this is a bear flag, right? So normally what we see price tend to come down and then consolidate for some time, and all of a sudden it tends to go higher, right? And then this is called a rising wedge. Normally, 60 to 70% of the time, rising wedges tends to break down towards the downside. If that happens, we could see Bitcoin come all the way back down to this trend line, which is like 1025, or at least up to this area, right? 1280 or so. So, I mean, let's not forget on September 19th, there's Ethereum merge happening. So there'll be like a massive news. So I'm keeping my eye on Ethereum price action. If it drops, I want to accumulate Ethereum because of the news, right? It'll probably go a lot higher compared to BTC. And some people say it could even flip the Bitcoin market cap. So the market cap wise, Bitcoin might go up to like become rank one for like a day or two, or like or maybe few hours or so. There's a possibility it could happen if there's so much demand for Ethereum all of a sudden, right? So I'm waiting for Bitcoin to Ethereum to come down at least like down to 12 to 1300 or so. When I see 1300 Ethereum, I will start accumulating Ethereum at those levels. But if it's going to keep on going higher, I'm not going to bother because this is a rising wedge. If it pumps towards upside, it could go all the way up to about like $2,000 or so, right? But there's a lot of resistance in this area, but it could go at least up to somewhere near 70 to 1800. It could happen towards the upside, but either way, it'll probably there's more probability it could break towards a downside and come back down to retest these levels. And as you can see here, this is the trend line I drew, like on the 4-hour chart, and now it kind of we can see it just broke below this trend line, and then this daily candle, the day is not over, but it's struggling to stay above this trend line. So if that's the case, we could see Ethereum drop probably low back down to like maybe 1600 to 1500. The next level, the level I'm watching is 15,060. If it breaks that, then we have some sort of support around like 1460. Let's see, if it breaks that, then it could go a lot lower, right? And at the same time, if Bitcoin drops back down to like 20K, of course, Ethereum going to go down as well. But if that happens, I want to accumulate because I'm quite happy with the Bitcoin holdings I have at the moment. So I want to actually accumulate more Ethereum, given that they have a news coming up on September 19th, right? It could pump like, we can, because if let's say it drops to like 1200, because of the Ethereum merge, there'll be so much of news, like, there'll be so much of hype. It could pump up to like 2,400 to 3,600 or so. It could pump like 2 to 3 times, right? So it could be a good opportunity for a short term to take short-term profits. So that's what I'm aiming at. But still, I will still hold some of Ethereum for long term, like because it's like a really good project. Rank number 2, it can't go wrong. Yeah, so that's it for today. So we discussed Bitcoin price action, Bitcoin dominance, and Ethereum. So let's not forget, right now, in probably by tomorrow or by in 3 4 days or so, you could expect like a violent move for Bitcoin, either towards upside or downside, right? So either way, you make sure like you're not gonna FOMO in, right? And Ethereum, I'm not gonna touch it right now. I'm just gonna wait Ethereum to come back down a bit. Even for Bitcoin, you can DC now right now if you wanna if you're buying it for long term, and it comes out to like 21,000, 22K, even 20K, perfect, right? So we can a little cheaper price, we can accumulate more. Okay, so that's it for today. I'll talk to you in the next video. See ya.